今回はラスベガスにあるパンクロックミュージアムに行ってきました。ハイスタとファットレックが大好きな僕にとって、ここはまさに聖地。館内の様子を余すところなく撮ってきたので、好きな方にはたまらない内容かもしれません。やっぱりパンク最高。ファットマイクすげえや。
今日はパンクロックミュージアム来てますよ。2時半からのちょっと地元のローカルガイドさんが無料でついてくるってツアーをね申し込んできまして、ちょっとまだ早いんで外を探索しています。Wow. Hello. Yeah, good.やばい。So many good stuff だね。Number one だね。
Right.
Yeah. Inside, can I shoot a video? Inside?
Yeah, pictures and videos.
Yeah,
all
okay.
good.
Oh, fuck my. Fuck my. うわ、やばい。うわー。ちょっとここやばすぎるわ。やばすぎるマジで。うわ、lots of NOFX stuff.
Yeah, we just opened our new NOFX exhibits upstairs, but they're still up, so definitely check that out.
わあだ。わお。おお、ふう。すげえ。マジすげえ。ああ。やば。あ、ムーファースキンニングです。やべえぞマジ。やば。うわ、やば。うわ、超かっこいいんだけど。あ、タトゥー？嘘、マジかよ。うわマジやばい。マジか。見て見て。やばすぎるぞ。もう弾けるとこここ。いや、うわ、やべえ。うわ、最高だね。やべ。マジっすか。 全部かっこいい。やばすぎる。So cool. So all cool stuff. Yeah, all good.
So we have high standard stuff downstairs, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, check out the record store if you'd like.
Oh, really? Oh, records are there?
Yeah, we have records.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, we have just some regular records, and then we do special releases, and we also have test pressings from Fat
Okay.
Mike.
Test presses? What do you mean test press?
When they make the record,
Yeah?
that's the test pressing, the first record they press to make sure everything works. So these are like, it's a rare record, that's why it's got a white cover and everything. It's like not something that's released. So they're all special.
Wow. How
And
much
then-
is this? No?
They're all different prices, but they're more, you know.
Wow,
yeah,
this
some of them are very expensive. Yeah, it's $450.
Oh
that one's
my.
$780. Yeah, but
It's rare, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
only
like
one.
Yeah.
うわー、すごい。
Yeah.
わ
And then you see they're like Fat Mike has signed these ones because they were his.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, double platinum. Wow. Oh, Milan Cream. Oh, Punk in drum rack. Petty Petties. I was really into NOFX maybe 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
30 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 49, so maybe 25 years
Yeah.
ago. So,
You started listening to them, or you saw them?
I started listening maybe 25 years
Yeah.
ago. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, Fat Mike. We had his birthday party here last month.
Yeah, I saw the yeah. He came right here.
Yeah, he was here. He lives in town.
Vegas?
Yeah, he moved to Vegas.
He lives in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Today he will show up? No?
Probably not. We don't have anything going on. But when we have stuff going on, a lot of the times he will.
Okay.
If he's in town.
Wow. そうなんだ. I registered for the come with local stuff. The guided tour.
Oh, the guided tour.
To
Yeah.
230 I booked.
Oh yeah, the local.
It shows local stuff. So
Yeah, that'll be good. He knows about everything in here. He's really
Yeah,
good. He knows
okay.
less about the upstairs because he's an old school guy, but he knows everything about all the old school
Wow,
stuff.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. The first is a museum.
The
What was it?
it's
Downstairs?
all this is the museum
Oh, yeah,
too. Downstairs is the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
I
This
see.
is like the 2000s and the newer stuff.
This is most of all NOFX stuff, right?
Up here, no. There's a lot of Warped Tour and other bands like you see
so I see.
Municipal Waste. And, you know, there's like some 41 stuff. There's
okay.
you know, Bowling for Soup, all sorts of different stuff. But you see a lot of NOFX stuff upstairs because that's the.
I will buy more maybe tea.
Yeah.
今日は12日か。そうなのですね。
Welcome to the Punk Rock Museum. My name's Rob Ruckus. I've been playing in bands out here in Vegas for the past 40 years. NOFX stayed at my house in 1984, 5. So like literally, we all have been playing gigs together for 40 years now. So I've got some bad stories about some of the stuff we'll see as we go through that she had to deal with. The Minor Threat Boys were 100% straight edge. They didn't drink, they didn't smoke, they didn't do drugs. Laura Jane, transgendered. GBH had great big hair. GBH. Anyhow. So kind of, it's just showing.
Oh, Tony Sly. Tony Sly.
And Tony Sly. And you know, the Blinken Rancid guys make it in here somehow too. Not necessarily my thing, but everyone's welcome, but let's go in and look at the cool stuff. This is where all the neat stuff is. Where did punk come from? I think it happened all over the world at the same time. Rock and roll started, and then it became this bloated thing where Yes and ELO were doing half-hour-long guitar solos and drum solos, and it was just ridiculous. It had to go back to the basics. And you know, the Saints happened in Australia. The same time, you know, the Germs are happening in Los Angeles. The same time the Ramones are happening in New York. The same time the Pistols are happening in England. This is all. It was just a natural continuation of rock and roll. Is the way I look at it. The CBGB's era here. We have Johnny Thunder's leather jacket from the second New York Dolls album from his first 45. The saddlebags. Johnny didn't ride a motorcycle. Johnny didn't ride a horse. He was a terrible bass player. Glenn Matlock came through here and told me this personally. Horrible bass player. They would constantly just turn his bass off. What the hell are they smoking in San Francisco to hook up shit like that? I mean, I've been smoking 40 years and I don't hook up shit like that. Tits belts.
Damn.
When the Sex Pistols were put together, it was at Malcolm McLaren and Vivian Westwood's store called Sex in London. This is actually one of Vivian's first ever designs she ever made. So that's like an original Vivian Westwood because bankroll because behind making those little boxes. This is the drum room here. We have No Means No's kid over there, Rocket from the Crypt, Pinch from the Damned, Vinny from Less Than Jake. There's one of Dave Grohl's floor toms, Venomous Pinks, snare drum, and then Derek O'Brien from Social Distortion's Roto up on top. This is what we call the living room right now. It's Mike Ness from Social Distortion's living room. So these are literally his couches, his coffee table, his handwritten lyrics on them, his lamps, his guitars, and the movie that he was in. At the beginning of that movie, another thing we like to point out, back in the days before the internet, that's how you found out about shows. You would find a pole in front of the record shop or downtown or by the club, and you would staple flyers to them. This is what we call the year that punk broke. I call it the year that broke punk. Offspring sold 30 million albums on an independent label.
Smash.
Yes. It changed everything.
Yeah.
You know that, and Nirvana happened, and Green Day happened, and they realized you could make a lot of money off this punk rock thing. So it changed. It wasn't just kids doing it for kids anymore. It was companies came in. A lot of times it was an independent company that was run by one of us, but company's a company. Kurt was supposed to be producing the Melvin Houdini album. He showed up on a little too much drugs, passed out on the couch here, which if you would like to do your impersonations, you are more than welcome. Steve Soto's Rodney on the Rock gold record. Story behind that is punk rock show. I believe at the Starwood, the Adolescents are playing, and Posh Boy shows up with gold records to get to the band while they're on stage in front of everybody. Everyone's just boo! And so he was pissed, like, this is rock star bullshit, we don't do this. So Tony gets his and throws it in the back of the room. Smashes. The glass smashes. So 2 weeks prior to that, the Adolescents are playing, and as Tony's singing, he looks down and sees a pair of prescription eyeglasses. In between songs, he's like, hey, somebody lost very special. Before the internet, this was the only way a lot of us could speak to each other or find out about each other. If you wanted to find out about a different town scene, you know, you would read Hard Times. You want to know what's going on in LA, you're reading Flipside. If you want to know what's going on in Chicago, you know, every little town had their own little fanzine, and a lot of times it was just us going to Kinko's and copying shit off and stapling them together. You know, and you help them sweep up and get shit ready. This is Operation Ivy's last show. There's a young Billy Joe from Green Day with his mullet over there in the corner. And it was $5 to see Green Day and Operation Ivy and the Lookouts and Crimshine back then. You know, amazing thing, and it's still going to this day. They're still doing it. If you're Fat Mike being a founder of this place, obviously we have a lot of NOFX shit.
Finally Fat Records. Finally Fat Records.
Oh yeah, a lot of Fat Record stuff. Back in those days, you know, you'd record your little cassette of your band at practice and you'd send it into the record labels and you'd hope they'd put it out. Well, Fat Records listens to every single tape you send us, and we're going to tell you exactly what we think. You fucking suck. Don't ever send us or anyone else another tape because it's a big waste of time. Go back to work at McDonald's. Maybe one day you'll be the fry guy. Okay, you don't suck, but you're not that good either. Unless you get a hell of a lot better, don't send us anything in the future. We're a punk label. We're not interested in your dumbass metal, pop, new wave, funky, rap, industrial, Nirvana wannabe. You guys are pretty good. Unfortunately, we're not interested. You guys are really good. Hey, sign here. That's how shit would happen. This is the actual contract for the band in pairs. You will record one record for Fat unless Fat asks for more. If Fat asks for more, you will politely give them more if you want to. That's the actual contract. That's why it took Mike so long to sell Fat. Again, back in those days, they would mail you the interview. You would mail back the questions. That's NOFX's first interview. This is the actual single album record player in 1-inch thick vinyl. The original artwork for The Longest Line, the puppets and the surfboard from the documentary, the backstage passport, Mike's Gimmy's outfit, the first Fat Records computer. These are a bunch of the original stampers for Rancid, New Bomb Turks, Snuff, Bracket, Mike Smash Steinberger. So like a lot of these bands would do well, and they would start a record label. NOFX did good, they started Fat Records. Bad Religion did good, you get Epitaph Records. Candles do good, you get Kung Fu. You know, just kind of, you put out your own albums, and then you find bands that you enjoy, and then you brothers and sister bands, and you put out their records. One of the bands that Epitaph loved was the Red Ants. Red Ants was an all-female punk rock band. Great band. I played a bunch of shows with them over the years. Actually, I just found the original of the flyers that I did for I Think Everybody Knows What I'm Saying. And the band knew about the horrors that she had to deal with him. So when he passed, after she passed, they called up the cousin and said, "You need to take Uncle out to dinner." And they went and robbed his house and got all Debbie's shit back. That's how we got Debbie's stuff, because he didn't deserve it. Garage in the back of the house, this is where Pennywise started. When they ended up getting bigger, this garage got closed, and they went on to rehearsal studios and, bigger things. All this stuff just sat for years. But everything still works. So when bands come through the museum, we'll have them jump in and play a couple songs. I've got to play in here with Cheetah Chrome from the Dead Boys. I was at NOFX a few weeks ago. I played with Mick Rossi from Slaughter and the Dogs, Dez from Black Flag and the Misfits. Just so many bands. Some 41s played in there. The Offsprings played in there. Guitar Wolf from Japan's played in there. So many bands. This was the Joe Strummer shrine of all the stuff that we saw up front earlier. It was all back here. We had a leak back here, so everything got moved out immediately, so nothing got burned. That's why it's all up front. And then this is the Marshall amp that he used at Rock in Rio. And I'm sure some other places. That's the only one I can confirm. And then we're going to cut through here.
ハイスタには触れなかったけど。トイレ。トイレクソかっこいいな。すごい。うわー、ここはもうNOFX。
Alright, everybody make it up. Alright, so obviously that's the tattoo studio. This is part of the NOFX retrospective. They just wrapped up their 40-year career. And this is kind of a celebration of that, I guess you would say. There's some of the original demo tapes of Mike's demos for the albums. So if anybody's a fan, you're more than welcome to come back in here and listen to those. A bunch of pictures and flyers and Mike's bass and bass guitar and different stuff that the crew brought in. But yeah, it's NOFX. What can I tell you about NOFX? I think everybody knows about NOFX. I'll take you up these stairs to guess what? Even more NOFX.
ハイスタ、なんちゃん。これでも新しいな。いやー、かっけえ。じゃん。すげえ。醤油